الحمد لله رب العالمين صلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا ثم أما بعد. I guess you know what surah the Imam was reciting this evening. What surah was that, Jama'ah? Surah Al-Isra. سبحان الذي أسرى بعبده ليلا من المسجد الحرام إلى المسجد الأقصى الذي باركنا حوله. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala praises himself, praises his name. سبحان الذي أسرى. Praise be to whom? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. الذي أسرى. The one who gave that magnificent journey, who caused that one of his servants, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to go through this magnificent journey. And that magnificent journey is to travel from Al-Masjid Al-Haram in Mecca, the sacred home in Mecca, sacred Masjid in Mecca, in Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa, the farthest masjid, which is in Jerusalem. Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa, الذي باركنا حوله, around which we made a lot of blessings. Meaning the surrounding of Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa was blessed. The surrounding of, can you imagine the center of Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa, what would it be? If the surrounding, Allah is speaking about what is around it, and that means the territories, lands. Some of the ulama, they say it extends all the way in the Sham, entire Sham area. That means today's Palestine, Jordan, Lebanon, Syria, goes all the way down south, even down south until Tabuk in the Arabian Peninsula today. All of these areas somehow related. They say these areas are blessed area. Can you imagine the center of it would it be? If the barakah is around it, Allahu Akbar, how much barakah and blessing there will be. And I guess when you watch the TV and you see what's going on there, or what happens, wallahi, you realize there must be some divine intervention there that make those people, subhanAllah, stand fast all these years. Now, but I'm not going to be talking about this. We mentioned this many times in different khawatir. One of them was even last year in the month of Ramadan. But another thing I want to mention about Surah Al-Isra here. If you notice Surah Al-Isra, where the Imam recites قول الله تبارك وتعالى وقضى ربك ألا تعبدوا إلا إياه وبالوالدين إحسانا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made qada, decree. It's a law from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. ألا تعبدوا إلا إياه, that you worship none but Him subhanahu wa ta'ala. وبالوالدين إحسانا. And when it comes to the parents, you treat them kind. Following the following ayat, all the way perhaps almost 2 pages, and 3 pages almost in Surah Al-Isra. These ayat were explanation to another ayat, another 3 verses in a different surah. Anyone can tell which surah would that be? 3 ayat. In the previous surah that we recited already in Surah Al-Tarawih, these ayat of Surah Al-Isra, complete explanation. Meaning the Quran يفسر بعضه ببعض. It's the tafsir of the Quran with the Quran. The Quran now gives more details about a brief illustration, brief ayat we mentioned previously or before. Can anyone guess these ayat? Huh? Not Luqman, a previous surah. One that we already actually covered in the recitation. I'll help you. Okay, if I give you the surah, can you give me the ayat? It's in Surah Al-An'am. In Surah Al-An'am. What ayat are we talking about here? We're talking about قول الله تبارك وتعالى قل تعالوا أتل ما حرم ربكم عليكم ألا تشركوا به شيئا وبالوالدين إحسانا. قل تعالوا. The Prophet was given the command in Surah Al-An'am that was early, still in Mecca. قل تعالوا, come. Tell them, O Muhammad, come on in, come to me. أتل عليكم. Let me recite to you what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had made prohibited upon you. ما حرم ربكم عليكم ألا تشركوا به شيئا, that you worship none but Him subhanahu wa ta'ala. وبالوالدين إحسانا, and you treat your parents kindly. And the ayat in Surah Al-An'am continue speaking about specific ahkam, like the prohibition of killing, the prohibition of killing your own child and burying them alive, the prohibition of dealing with usury and riba, eating the wealth and the money of the orphans. When you speak the truth, that you fulfill your agreements, and speaking about being on a straight path, one path and only one, which is the path to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All these were mentioned in 3 ayat in Surah Al-An'am. Abdullah bin Mas'ud radiallahu ta'ala, he says about these 3 ayat, Man arada an yaqra'a, whoever wants to see the wasiyah, means the will of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, wasiyatu Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, kama unzilat alayhi, the way it was revealed to him from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, غضًا طريًّا, as if it's been recited right now. فليقرأ قل تعالوا أتل ما حرم ربكم عليكم. Says, let this person recite these ayat. So these 3 ayat, They are the summary of the teachings of this deen. In terms of aqidah, in terms of manners and akhlaq, in terms of path and methodology, that you stay on the steadfast or the straight path to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These ayat in Surah Al-Isra explain them in detail, gives more details. So one of these details, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He says, أَلَّا تُشْرِكُوا بِهِ شَيْئًا وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. In a previous Khatirah, we spoke about the meaning of Tawheed, oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the meaning of associating partners with Him subhanahu wa ta'ala, the danger of associating partners in any way with Allah Azza wa Jalla. Now, ironically, if you check the Quran, the ayat of the Quran, whenever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks about Tawheed, believe in one God, or if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks about prohibition of associating partners with Him, do you know what is the second thing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be instructing? Immediately it's about al-walidain, your parents. وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. And you treat your parents kindly. And here is the command that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا, that you treat your parents kindly. Didn't mention how or how much, because there is no limit to this. It's not like saying, treat them kindly 50% of how much they treated you when you were younger, or 50% more. Didn't mention anything like that. Treat them kindly. There is no limit to this kind of kindness. Don't say, well, I've done enough. You will never do enough, because Allah always said that you treat them kindly. So the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you treat them kindly. In Surah Al-An'am, it was brief. In Surah Al-Isra, it was detailed. وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا إِمَّا يَبْلُغَنَّ عِندَكَ الْكِبَرَ أَحَدُهُمَا أَوْ كِلَاهُمَا. Perhaps, maybe, one of them might grow old during your lifetime. Or maybe both of them, they might grow old. Basically, they reach their age when you're still alive. And that means you will live to see them growing older and older and older. In other ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speak about the stage, says, ضَعْفًا مِنْ بَعْدِ ضَعْفٍ. Means they will be actually ضعف. They will come from strength to weakness, and it goes back to strength and then weakness. Basically, you will just keep going to weakness and weakness until you die. Just like you were born very weak, and you became stronger, you were going to turn back weak as you grow older. And that's the stage of your parents. SubhanAllah, it's another form of parenting. It's reverse parenting this time. When you were a child, your parents were taking care of you when you were weak and fragile. Anything can break you, so they were taking care of you. Then you grow older, mashallah, to become strong, and you match them in strength. They are strong and you are strong. But then what happens? As you grow older, guess what? You're getting stronger, but they're getting what? Weaker. Now that as you get stronger right now, you're trying to live your life. But as they grow older, they're getting weaker and weaker. They're no longer able to live independently, so they need your help and support. So it's a reverse parenting right now. You need to pay them back by taking care of them. Yeah, but I also have my children, and so I'm a parent, and this and that. So what? They did the same, and they had to go through the same struggle, just like you. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِمَّا يَبْلُغَنَّ عِنْدَكَ الْكِبَرَ أَحَدُهُمَا أَوْ كِلَاهُمَا. Perhaps one or two of them, they would grow older in your lifetime. فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ. Never, ever say to them, uff. You know the word uff in the Arabic language, it's like saying, just like when you blow air in their faces, showing discontent and discomfort or dissatisfaction. You know when they ask you to do something, like the young children these days and teenagers, parents tell them, go and make your room. Go and fix your bed. What do they say? Fine. That uff, the air after that word, is a major sin. It's a major sin, I'm warning you. It is wallahi a major sin. You might say, are you serious? You call this major sin? Well, I just said uff. Yeah, well that's a major sin. If that level is considered major sin, what does that mean? That means anything that is above that is also more dangerous. So Allah is instructing us. فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ وَلَا تَنْهَرْهُمَا. And never, ever, تَنْهَرْهُمَا. And nahar in the Arabic language is basically when you scold them. We just say, get away with my face. Stay away from me. Or that's enough, I had it. And you yell and you raise your voice. That's not. When you stop, that's considered tanharhum. And that is also another major sin. See, the ayah didn't speak anything about physical, even contact. Didn't say anything about that. Why? Because if these are the minimum that considered major sins, what can you consider other than more than that? It's much more dangerous. So never ever take that lightly when you deal with your parents. Yeah, but sometimes they get on my nerves and I don't know what to say, what to do and so on. Well, you did the same thing when you were younger, but they will always love you. And subhanAllah, in the Quran, whenever you read the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would not command us to love our children. There is no command in the Quran to love our children. Do you guys know that? There's no command. Do you know why? Why isn't there any command in the Quran to love your children? Why is that? Natural. Because it's natural. You do not need any divine intervention here to love your children. Those who don't love their children, a'udhu billah, they're not straight. There's something wrong with them. There is something wrong with them. Because naturally, you're always inclined to take care of your child. You love them as they grow in front of you. They grow older in front of your eyes. You see them as they start crawling and they start walking, they start laughing and giggling and so on. And then the tough time comes afterwards. But still, you always enjoy their company and as you see them, you're so hopeful for them. But when it comes to parents, there is a command that we love our parents in a different way called ihsan. You treat them kindly, with respect. That's the meaning of love to your parents. Love has different shades. One of these shades of love is respect. To respect your parents, and that's what Allah commands of you, subhanahu wa ta'ala, that you respect your parents. And when you respect your parents, means you never say off to them. That means don't you ever let them feel uncomfortable, uneasy with you. وَلَا تَنْهَرْهُمَا, never raise your voice in front of them. Always be respectful. And always be kind to them. And part of being kind to them, you be kind to those whom they love. And they befriended. And they just have them around and always show kindness to those people also that they love. Some people might say, but what if my parents command me with something that is haram? My father wants me to do something haram, he wants me to do this thing. I can't do that. If they ask you to do something haram, what do you say? No, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَلَا تُطِعْهُمَا وَإِنْ جَاهَدَاكَ عَلَىٰ تُشْرِكَ بِهِ مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ عِلْمٍ. If they ever ask you to do anything haram, shirk, part with Allah Azza wa Jalla, disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, فَلَا تُطِعْهُمَا. Don't obey them. Say, no, I'm not going to do that for you. However, وَصَاحِبْهُمَا فِي الدُّنْيَا مَعْرُوفًا. Still keep good companionship with them. You disobey them in that regard. Because now that entails disobedience to Allah Azza wa Jalla if you obey them. So you disobey them here, but you still keep good companionship. Okay, what about things that are not considered halal haram? Human personal preferences. Ya akhi, I don't like broccoli. My mom keeps saying, eat your broccoli. I don't like it, ya akhi. So what do? Should I obey her and eat it and stop it? Allah, if you're eating it, it's going to cause you to die. Or it's going to cause you to throw up. Then in this case, yeah, I would say take it easy. You don't have to eat it. You don't have to eat it. But what I do about my mom's command and my mom's order? Just please her with anything that you can, inshallah. But there is no meaning of forcing yourself to eat something that you don't like in this life. Maybe if you tell her, listen, cook it in a different way, cook something else that I would love to and like to eat, but eventually if you really cannot eat that, khalas, subhanallah. Now there is something that is very critical here, specifically in our culture these days, the subject of marriage. The issue of marriage. What if my parents want me to marry this girl, and only this girl? And they're not forcing me, but they're just telling me, if you don't marry her, we don't know you. So what do I do in this case? Do I have to obey my parents? Same thing, sometimes it's the girl who's in trouble. Her parents, they say, oh listen, this is the guy you're going to marry. Yeah, but I don't know who this guy is. Well, we know him. He's very good. His family is good, mashallah. He's a doctor. So what do you more than this? That's the best. And she says, I don't care. I don't want this guy. What if she disobeys them? If she disobeys her parents, is that considered haram? SubhanAllah, Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah rahmatullahi ta'ala, he made a comment on this issue. So if Allah Azza wa Jal, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it prohibited to force anyone, basically to push any food that they don't like down their throat, this is haram. You cannot force anyone to eat anything they don't like. If this was considered haram, I mean, how about forcing someone to live their life with someone that they don't want? You have no right to force your children in any way, whether emotional blackmail, or financial blackmail. Sometimes, you're gonna stop basically receiving your allowances. Your pocket change is gonna be just on your own, all that stuff. And so whatever methodology that they use to force their children, they do that, and that's not allowed. However, on the other hand, I have to also support the parents in their cause sometimes. That even sometimes the kids, their children, when they start thinking about getting married, they don't think seriously about marriage. You have this kid who's 19 years old coming to his parents and says, I want to get married. I saw a girl, alhamdulillah, in school, she's nice, she's good, I love her, I want to get married. Okay, how are you going to live your life here? You're still in college. Well, inshallah, I'll take a part-time job at McDonald's, or maybe do here and there some kind of handiworks, and we will live inshallah comfortably. It's not going to work. Your parents, they need to see maturity from you in order to help you and accept you, or at least supporting that. Same thing with the girl. She barely finished high school, she's going on to college, and suddenly she saw this guy, mashallah, he's handsome, he's good, and then mashallah, she said, you know what, it's an opportunity, good opportunity. I want to marry this guy. But her parents, they know that she's not yet ready. She doesn't have the maturity yet to assume the responsibility of a wife, of a mother, and so on. So they would say, take it easy. And now she starts plotting to run away with this guy, and they're going to get married in Las Vegas, and all these kind of things, and so on. So kids also, they need to show maturity before they get married. And parents, please, make it easy for your children. When they reach specific age, that you really know that they're mature enough, and alhamdulillah, they can support themselves independently, help them achieve that in a halal manner. Don't let your kids get to the haram way simply because all the halal ways have been blocked in front of them. So again, it's a matter of balance. I'm not going to give more details right now, but sometimes it's case-by-case scenarios. Parents, they come and discuss this matter with me. Kids, they come discuss this matter with me. It's case-by-case scenario, but overall, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands us to obey our parents, and also to be respectful to our parents. At the same time, we disobey them if they command us to disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's a very fine actual issue over here. So this evening, bi'idhnillah azza, my recommendation that in your sujood, inshallah, make dua to your parents. If they're still alive, call them and check on them, see how they're doing, and make dua for them, inshallah ta'ala. If they already passed away, then never forget to keep good companionship even after they die with their friends, with other relatives, and make a lot of dua for them this evening, inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.